We played as
I
them.
watched you guys play.
And we both
You guys
lost.
played Hitman too.
Yeah, I played Hitman and killed everybody.
Yeah, James just kind of ran in and started shooting everybody. He actually made out, and I did the same thing, and I just died.
Mine froze twice, so I never got to play it.
Running around killing everybody and then taking their costumes and running around some more, and then I died. It was good.
Yep. And then you dressed up as that cook that one time.
Yeah,
You're like hiding with the
those
other
guys
cooks.
that
You're like,
they
what are you
came
doing
around.
back here? This is my kitchen.
That'll be pretty fun to like.
I filmed
Play.
you doing that.
Yeah.
I filmed you doing that.
Yeah.
I did your own commentary on you.
Yes,
See how you like it.
I did like it actually.
What else? So yeah, that's fun stuff.
I can talk about the video that I'm editing now.
Yeah, the very last thing we figured to film.
I was like, we were heading back towards the Nintendo section, and I just started seeing like these people making these weird faces while they were playing the Wii U, and I was just like, oh, I gotta like record their faces. And originally, I was just gonna like I was gonna do like I normally do and just do commentary over a crowd. But instead, I wanted to make it a separate video where I just record their like pretty much their Wii U reactions while they're playing it. And it sucks that I thought it up like so late because I wanted to do it for like other games like Halo and stuff like that, like the faces of Halo and shit.
Yeah,
Where
that
they're
was
just
like the
like-
last minute. Before
Yeah.
we were just about to leave. Like everything was closing down.
But luckily, I got enough footage to at least do a Wii U version of it. But from now on, like whenever we go to a convention or something like that, I want to try to do like one of those for every like place that we go.
See how many times we get sued.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'll see.
I put commentary over it, so that should
You're gonna
be
film
fair
someone.
use.
You're gonna film someone. You're not gonna know who that person
Yeah, that's right.
is.
Be like some CEO, and they're gonna
There's
say,
a lot of notices. There's a lot of notices around in booths that they're filming.
Yeah.
And it says,
yeah, like the G4 thing.
Yeah, a lot of them are saying,
if you don't want to be
by being in
recorded.
the area, you agree to be on, film, whatever. You can't sue them or whatever.
Being in that convention, you're gonna get filmed.
Yeah, it's pretty good chance.
Yeah, but
I
that's-
could sue Rooster Teeth for using
I
my
wouldn't
red
say
hat.
I wouldn't say James's is in the most positive of light.
Hey, I'm not being rude or anything to them.
You're not being rude.
I'm just recording their like facial expressions while they're playing.
And
I make
adding-
stupid faces too while I'm playing games.
Yeah, I do. People were talking about how serious I look when I'm playing Max Payne.
Yeah,
Everybody
like
does. It's just
it's nothing. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything like that. With
you're just
it.
making something that's natural and turning it into something that's funny. That's all.
Yeah.
It's unnatural.
It's like naked poses and stuff like that. That's all natural.
What?
All right. Well, anyway, so that was day 3. We had a lot of fun at the convention, and then that day we left.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on. We finally booked a cab through the concierge or whatever at the hotel, whatever. And what arrived was much nicer than our hotel rooms.
Yeah, they do like a private service to the airport.
I was thinking they got mad because you left that chicken. And they were like calling up their guys to take us somewhere else.
Yeah, they take us somewhere and shoot us.
Eat us in an alley.
But pulls up a nice shiny black SUV, and it was the same price as the taxi ride.
The exact same price as the taxi we took earlier. That was,
Yeah, so it was
nice, not nice thing at all. But it was cool. And then the guy got us there in like half an hour,
Yeah,
which
it
was like blazing time. We were expecting to take like an hour in traffic.
Security took like 10 minutes.
Yeah, security took like less. If we wouldn't have had
I
to
was
wait for Z
surprised.
checking his bag, we would have been in there in like no time.
Yeah, we had like 2 hours.
Then we're
to
sitting there
spare
like,
when we got
okay.
in there. We got food and sat down and
Yeah.
listened to the guy play.
Yeah, the
like,
guy
Herbert
was
the Pervert.
playing Family Guy on his phone, and he would put it over the loudspeaker.
Yeah, the
and
guy who's like checking the gate.
he like put it behind his back, and I could see him doing it. And then I looked at him, and he like smiled.
He was like, "Guess who?" It was funny.
It's not like he was playing the one of the Star Wars ones.
I was surprised there weren't more people in that airport.
Yeah, it was fun.
I was expecting a big flood of people leaving that
Here
convention.
comes the part you're going to want
So-
most.
Let's wait a second.
Yeah, I saw the ad run. Splinter Cell, yeah. I'm gonna tweet out that we're about to tell the story.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
About
to tell
Tale.
our.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Dumb Dan.
Yeah, really quick. Okay, so
All right, here we go.
we of course
All
came
right,
out here on a
right.
plane, or out to LA on a plane, and we of course need to get back to Denver.
And if you guys didn't know, there had been terrible weather.
the
the
entire
entire time we were gone.
Nightmarish weather here, and Monica was like calling me, telling me there's like tornado warnings everywhere around the Denver area, and one almost touched down like less than probably about a mile away from the house here. And if you know where that is, it's Kipling and 285. There's a funnel cloud that was coming down. If you know where that is, of course.
we need to know
And
that.
so that was like the day before, and then Monica's like, well, it sounds like there's going to be more weather there tomorrow, so hopefully your guys' flight doesn't get hit into that. So we're coming on the way back. I fell asleep the entire flight, and then I heard that we were starting to land, so I was like, oh, okay, let's put my tray table up, put my seat in my upright position, throw away everything in the trash as they're walking by. Okay, and we're coming to the descent. It started getting cloudy. Then it started getting very bumpy. Like, it was bumpy, like, you know, going through clouds, it's bumpy. Then there started going flashes from the thunder outside and lightning.
The thunder.
From the
That
lightning.
thunder was blinding me.
The thunder was blinding me. So we're going down. It starts getting extremely shaky, like the worst turbulence I've ever had. And then it got worse. The visibility shrunk to, like, once we got under the clouds, I could see the runway. We weren't too high up in the air. And then all of a sudden, it started, like, you could see rain. The visibility got to about 2 feet, where I could barely even see the engine. That's like what it was right outside my window. I could barely see the engine. It was it was the worst,
Violently shaking.
violently shaking the entire time with a few like big drops, and it was just horrible.
And
then-
we can't see. All we hear is like,
yeah, it's like
like
and
the
then the rain
engine's
hitting
like going into
everything.
hyperdrive.
the rain hitting the thing, the wind, everything is like, and then it started shaking even worse. It got so bad, and then all of a sudden the engines kicked in again. It got even louder. We went practically straight up. It felt like he pulled up. We got hit with all this G-forces.
Yeah.
The engines gunned it.
Pulling
And-
up, we had like it was like a minute of pulling up
it
before we
was-
could even get
yeah,
above
it
the
was
clouds.
like brutal. And then we hit a drop of about it had to be 100, 200 feet. It was just
Well,
Those are always
James
the
was like,
worst
because like you hate when we do those drop things when you get
Yeah,
pulled
that's
up
what I
and then
think.
you do a drop like
I
that.
hated that one flight where we kept going like down. We were dipping little by little by little, and that was just kind of like.
and then combination of going straight up, pulling up, and then all of a sudden just dropping like hundreds of feet. Oh.
I usually chew gum to help me out. With
And it was
Yeah,
and then
you were
James
like,
was
"The
like
gum's not
sitting
helping
over there.
me
He was
now."
like the gum's not helping, and it was so bad.
I could handle shaking. I just can't handle dropping.
No,
and stuff.
the shaking was like a bunch of like some of the, like the worst drop I've had in a plane was pretty much the average shake of what we were getting right there. It was terrible, and it was just
Yeah,
it
there were some
lasted-
chicks in the back screaming.
Yeah, there was the girl behind me was like people were screaming. The girl behind me was breathing heavier than I've ever heard someone normally breathe, and it was.
Luckily, all the kids were asleep.
And all the kids stayed asleep the whole time. All the little kids, we saw them just sleeping like rocks, and we're like terrified, fearing for our lives because we're about to die. And then the pilot gets out of it. It's still kind of shaky, and then the pilot gets over the intercom. He's like, sorry, we went through all that turbulence. It was a little bit shakier and windier than we'd like, so we kind of pulled up. And we're going to circle around till the weather passes, then make another attempt. The key word there, attempt.
Oh, so they couldn't even get it. Oh god.
And
so
so
it
we
took about another 20 minutes, half an hour.
yeah, it was probably about a half an hour. We circled around, we came back, and we could see the storm out the window because we probably flew over about downtown and then came back.
We kind of flew through in between clouds where we could see like one cloud just lighting up.
Yeah,
just
it
like
was-
kept
oh,
thundering.
man.
Or thundering.
And at the same
See, now you got
time,
into it.
I almost threw up because I had the pizza in my stomach and the pop, and I'm not good when it comes to like fluctuating.
I
in my-
almost threw up too out of my butt.
Yeah, your butt, yeah.
Shit is
And so I wasn't doing so well. To add to that, I had more adrenaline pumped into my system than I've ever had, and my body was like still crashing from that. Oh, it was brutal.
Man.
It was.
Then we landed, and it was at the second landing was actually pretty smooth, comparative.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, it was.
It was nice to be on land.
It was very, and then the flight attendant comes over the loudspeaker like,
yeah.
"We're in Denver now," or something like that.
You know, like when they say, like, be careful when you open the top
Yeah, yeah.
because items may have shipped. She says the items definitely shipped.
Yeah, the items obviously shifted in there, so be careful when you're opening.
And then everybody clapped.
Yeah, everyone's like cheering.
Everybody laughed at her telling the joke, and I'm just like, it's so stupid.
It's not funny. Just let us out of here.
Yeah.
I start crying.
Surprisingly enough, I was more shaken up. Like that didn't really wake me up a whole lot, but I really had to pee that entire time when we had the plane
almost
problems.
pee your pants.
The thing that shook me up the most, or like woke me up the most, was when we got home and the alarm went off.
Yeah, and then, to add to that, we got home.
We had the alarm set, obviously,
we had
because
the
we were
alarm
gone.
set.
And then when we get inside, Coots knows like how to disarm it, just doesn't know what button to hit after he puts in the password. And so all of the alarms go off like super loud.
And all of our phones were dead, so like Dan's was
I
like
picked it
at
up.
point.
I was one of the people on call, so I picked it up, said everything was fine.
And then-
he put me through to like a different department that deals in the specific models of how to disarm it, or whatever. And right when I got her, Coots had disarmed it, so we were like, okay, everything's fine. And she's like, okay, well, thanks. I said thanks anyway, and she was like, okay, no problem. And she laughed. And right when I hit go to hit end call, my phone shut off because of battery life. So
Yeah.
it was,
So if we would have been screwed if they would have tried to call. Then they would have sent cops, and then it would have been. Wow.
yeah, so moral of the story: don't try to break into our house.
Yeah. Oh man, that was that had to be the most terrifying plane experience I've ever had. That was, and I was telling Seamus, like, I think it was the people in the control tower were stupid and didn't say, we've got some turbulent weather right now.
Yeah,
maybe just circle around once instead of trying to go in and dust off. Like the only time that pilots actually have to dust off are in extreme conditions, and like pretty serious, like when winds are like gusting over 100 or something like that. And we had to dust off, and it was not fun at all.
I had fun.
Yeah, you were chewing that gum like no.
Glad I
tomorrow.
didn't go on that flight.
Oh, that was terrible.
Because my flight was absolutely fine.
Then
Very
I had to drive Seamus back to the airport the next day, and I was like, "Yep, have fun," because he was like, "Yeah, they're having some storms where I'm going," and I was like, "Yeah, have fun flying through a storm." You okay?
What?
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so about that.
I don't know what Seamus just tweeted. Like he had never heard of Coke Orange. We had
Neither
it
have I.
at the AMC theater.
I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, tweet. Oh yeah, I was just about to tweet.
We have them at our theater that we went.
I've heard
to.
of vanilla Coke and cherry Coke, but not orange Coke.
They have orange Coke on the thing. What are you laughing at?
I was laughing at him not know about the Coke Orange. What an idiot,
We got I got everything. He was laughing at how I was getting everything, and Coke Orange was in there.
Hey.
Is that when we went to see?
Is it like orange
Rangers
soda,
again?
or is it like Coke with just like?
Yeah, that's one
Uh-oh.
we went to.
Still nothing?
I think we're streaming
Are you sure?
briefly. We'll see.
You sure? Well, it says live, I guess. I guess so. I guess so.
Dun 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 dun. Okay, I think we're up. I think we're going to PAX too.
Nope.